Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the RMTV Women's Podcast.
Wow!
Yeah, I remembered this week. Episode 60 is here.
Is it definitely episode 60?
It is 60, yeah, it's definitely 60. Kick-off question. Amy, take it
Okey-doke.
away.
This is from Fraser Robinson at Fraser
Struan?
Struan.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see Liverpool women... Liverpool winning women...
Say it again.
Do you see Liverpool women winning...
Do you see Liverpool women's team
winning
Win-
some games?
winning some games coming up in the league?
Oh.
So Amy has put in our next 5, is it? 4? 5?
Yeah,
4?
5.
5? Yeah, 5.
Well, this is going well.
Yeah. Mid-yawn, you say. So we've got this international this weekend.
Did you want to
Then we
get any
have
closer to that thing?
Bristol, then Coventry in the cup, then Birmingham.
Fucking swallowing it.
Just breathing all over it to the next person gets sick as well. Bristol in the league, Coventry in the cup, Birmingham in the league, Aston Villa in the cup, and then Everton in the league. So ideally, I'd like us to have at least one win before we face
Oh
Everton,
my god. Imagine if we get to Everton
and we still haven't won anything.
or scored
I'd
any
be
goals
like-
in the league.
I'd be like, oh, come on now.
I'd
Please,
be like,
just one.
I'm getting the boots out of retirement. Here we go.
Literally, I'd be like, Vicky, get me on that pitch.
Do a pitch invasion, but then actually start playing.
Yeah, but I feel like if you can't beat at least one of them teams, then there's
Something, I
there's
think
something going wrong.
Coventry we should probably be beating.
There's cause for concern, I think.
The performances are there, though, aren't they? The performances
Yeah,
are,
like
are
that's what I
actually
mean.
good.
Like we haven't been playing bad, we just can't score, which is like weird considering like. I mean, we haven't really added firepower, but like you haven't lost any either.
You've added Mel Lawley.
You've added Mel Lawley, but like she's more of a creator. So like, so realistically, yeah, that's actually a good point. You probably think that more opportunities should arise for the strikers, but do you know what? There has been, like, we just can't score. We just can't convert.
We
And
don't,
that's
we
like-
don't take enough chances in front of
Yeah.
goal. That's the problem.
And I'd like us, like, we had so many set pieces, and we should be a threat
We
from set
are
pieces.
terrible
Like,
at set pieces,
you've got
defending
yeah.
and attacking.
Literally every time a free kick was given away at the weekend, I was like, please no. But we have conceded a set piece goal in every game so far. But he didn't. Fun fact for you there.
Fun facts with Laurie.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
I mean, it's not fun, but you know,
It's a fact.
it's a fact. Yeah. So yeah.
Heart-wrenching fact of the day.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, I think there's at least one win in there.
Yeah.
We hope. We sincerely hope.
I don't think I can take it any more losing. I just don't think I can handle it.
I just feel like I just feel sorry for like the players as well, because like we'll do this in with like the
Let's
Man
kick off
United
United
game.
now, and then we can get on to
Yeah,
that.
so obviously got beat 2-0 away at United on Saturday. We were pretty much it looked like it was going to be a 0-0 draw, to be honest.
And I was like, that's a good result.
Yeah, and then it got to like I'd say like 65 minutes, and like they were on top. Like United were on top. They were
really, really quite good in like
yeah.
the second half.
Yeah.
Like they came out and like they looked like they was gonna score like
I
loads
remember
of
you
goals.
saying. Excuse me. I remember you saying to me like
Yeah.
these are gonna score at some point.
Mm.
But then they got like a good bit of possession, like around 60-65 minutes in, and we just couldn't like keep the ball at all. We were
Yeah.
either just like kicking it away and it was coming right back, or whenever we tried to like go on an attack or get further up the field, like they were just winning it back, or like a loose pass was made or whatever. So Babaji for the first goal, Lauren James. Babaji wins the ball back, I want to say,
in our corner.
in
yeah.
our like corner area. Really, she should have just. I know I've just said we were just kicking it up, but really she should have just kicked it,
like booted
like
it down,
just
yeah.
booted it out, whether it was out or like other like back to like towards their goal. But she tries, like she like plays it inside, and
I
then
think she plays it to Robe,
Yeah, and then Robe doesn't quite realise that the ball's played to her.
It just goes past
And
her.
it just goes past it. Ends up with Sigsworth, who knocks it inside to James. Good bit of feet inside from James, and she just puts it in the bottom corner, and it's like, oh, for God's sake. Like, it was so frustrating because it was such a good performance from us, I thought, that game.
I agree. I feel like we should have scored earlier on because we were having loads of chances down the wings from Charles and Babajida, and then they sort of like cottoned onto it after a period of time. I feel like that's happening with us quite frequently. Like, we start really well, and I think we need to learn to sort of capitalise more on like the rolling start that we get, because we seem to tire towards the end of the first half, and then obviously the end of the second half as well. I think there were a few tired bodies out there, to be honest. Obviously 2 red cards in 2 games beforehand, you're like, oh my God, we're running like thin on ice here. So yeah, bit gutted, but like, I don't think there's necessarily anything to be worried about yet, just purely because like, if we was performing like horrendously each week and not making anything happen and being defensively like unstable, I'd be like, yeah, we've got a problem here and that needs to be fixed like now. But I don't necessarily think we're playing wrong. I just think like we need to be a little bit more clinical and just learn how to play with each other better. Like, obviously there's players that are still getting to know our squad, and Hodgson's to a certain extent still getting to know the squad as well, because she only came back from injury late last season. So it's like, I think it will click, like Vicky Jepson said. Just you wait, like once this team clicks, then you're going to see the real Liverpool sort of thing. So I feel like I don't mind waiting, but it's like, how long is that going to be until that happens? Because it's just painful. Like, we didn't deserve to win to lose any of the games that we've lost.
Honestly, especially like, I feel like, and also like the Sheffield game before that, to be 2-1 up with like 5 minutes to go to then lose 3-2. And
it's the game management. We need to learn some form of game management to be able to see games out. Like, Liverpool men now do it so well. And we need to sort of take a leaf out of their book and look at how, like, the substitutions they make, whether they're more defensive substitutions, whether they're more attacking substitutions, depending on the situation that you're in during the game. For example, when we were playing against Sheffield, Roberts went off, and it's like, you're taking off someone who's been really pivotal in that area. And I know she only came back during that game, but it's like,
but I get what you mean.
It was working. And
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And Jepson's stressed so much, and the players even as well, like, they want to progress far in these cup competitions. But if you're chopping and changing, you're bringing players off and then on again, it's like, you're never going to get any rhythm, and you're never going to get far in these sorts of competitions.
Like Jepson said best in like a post-match stuff, she was like, the international break's probably going to come at a good time for
100%.
us, because obviously losing all our games, the squad harmony's probably not where it wants to be. Probably off the pitch, like in themselves, they're probably like fine, like with each other, but like, you know, there's probably just no motivation there at the minute. So to have like international
low
break,
on confidence, I think, is something that is
like,
very key.
Yeah, and then some of them have gone away with like their national teams and stuff, like Mel Lawley's training with England, like that'll do her confidence the world of good that she's involved in that. Like, and then we can come back, Bristol in the league.
We're looking at Christy Murray coming back after the break as well, hopefully, because hopefully that'll be Bristol time. We hope.
If not Bristol, maybe the cup game against Coventry. But
it's a good game for her to come back into, actually. You wouldn't want her to come into like an Arsenal or City game because it's a bit intense.
Do you know what? And we've probably touched lucky that we haven't got one of them in the next 5, because
you need to build up momentum to be able to face teams like
that. If our next game was like Arsenal away or something, you'd be like, oh, for God's sake,
hell's
like,
bells.
Why? But it's at home, Bristol.
We didn't talk about their other goal. Penalty.
Oh yeah, it was a penalty. I haven't seen a replay of it,
to be honest, neither have I.
In normal time, I thought, oh yeah, it's a pen. Like, she takes it out. What I can remember, was
Katie
it far?
Zellum's taking a penalty?
If
Katie Zellum's taking a penalty, it's going in.
Yeah, it's going in. It was a good pen, to be fair.
But like, the crowd erupted on both their goals. We'll go on to the crowd. But
yeah, I think
gutted.
Yeah, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot.
Don't know.
Price.
Yes.
like proper unsung hero for our team. Like our goal difference is -4 at the minute. It could be like -12.
She's actually phenomenal.
Like she's saved us
Phenomenal.
so many.
She's just like the dream goalkeeper.
Yeah.
How she doesn't play for like the German international team, I don't know.
No,
Because she deserves to
like
be.
her close range shot stopping is like you shouldn't be able to save that.
And like the amount of time she tips it over
Tips
the
it over the
bar.
bar. Yeah.
It's that one where I think it's Zellum shoots from quite far out. And it's
Is it
hitting the
free
post
kick?
anyways. I don't think it is the free kick because the free kick goes over wide, doesn't
does
it?
it?
It's something else. And they boot it and it's hitting the post anyways, but she gets her fingertips to it just to reassure the fact that it's not going in either way.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, you're incredible. And we don't praise her enough. We
No.
really should. Like, I kind of just think it's normal from her now. And I'm like, yeah, she's great. I'm not
Yeah.
going to, like, go into it. But I really should give her more credit.
Yeah. But it makes you, like, I know we've lost, like, every game and we've conceded goals, but, like, it does make you feel a little bit more comfortable sometimes because you think, oh, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, she'll save this.
I mean, I don't think I've ever felt comfortable just yet.
Yeah, I mean, I get
But
what you
she's
mean.
a brilliant, brilliant goalkeeper.
Yeah, but, like, it literally games could be, like, 6-0. Like,
I agree.
it could be so much worse.
But Jepsen said to us, she's not worried. And
Yeah.
I said this in my post-match. If Jepsen's not worried at this point, I'm not worried because she knows a lot more what goes on
Yeah.
behind closed doors than what we know.
Yeah.
And she's obviously got a plan of what needs to happen. But my worry is Liverpool start to get frustrated. Not necessarily the team, but the people that we don't know about behind closed doors or whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to start getting frustrated and like be putting too much pressure on Jepsen or things like
funny,
that.
but like they literally like they've got no right or room to say you're not doing good enough because you haven't really give her more funds than to get more players in.
Well, I think they have given her more funds to be able to afford the players that we brought in the summer.
Well, yeah, but like obviously you've gone out, but you haven't paid a fee for like Mel Lawley, have you?
I don't know.
You've probably paid like a sign-on fee, but you haven't paid like but like
wages
not that I
and
know
stuff,
of. But
maybe.
yeah, but she's not going to be mega money, is she?
I reckon she's the one that's on the most money out of all of them.
Do you reckon?
Her and the captains.
Probably about the yeah.
I'd love to know that.
I'd love to know the wages.
I'd love to know.
If anyone knows, like, there
Please
must be
tell
like
me. If
a
there's a website we can look at or whatever.
there must be like a starting salary that they have to be on.
Like a cap salary.
Like I think
yeah.
like Steph Houghton like 2 seasons ago was like the highest paid women's player
Lucy Bronze is at the moment.
in like the WSL. It just was, and I think she was only getting like, without sponsorship, she was getting like 35 grand a year.
Mate, I'll take that.
I mean, I'll take that. That's like a decent wage for like a job, but considering
Like she's a professional
a
footballer.
professional footballer, like if a men's player was on 35 grand a year, some men's player on that a day.
Freaking winks, yeah.
Fucking, yeah, like it's not fair, but
I think I'm on like 50p a week.
yeah.
I'm not even joking. It's probably even less than that, to be honest.
Should divvy your student loan up weekly from now
I
to
don't
like
want
your
to.
next one,
I
and then
don't
just be
want to
like,
do that.
oh, okay, no, all right. Anyway,
Let's not say
Um,
that sort of desperation.
the chance then, we're not going to go into too detail because obviously, like FA are handling it. Like it's not really. We don't want to sit here and talk crap about like individuals or certain teams or whatever because Man United, good team, good club, well run. Like
I think the
fair
fans let them
enough.
down, though.
The fans did let them down on Saturday.
Not all of them, let's
Not
point
all-
out.
Yeah,
not
no,
all of them.
we're not tarnishing everyone with the same brush. There was just a select few who made some chance that, I mean, just shouldn't be made at all. You're all for the banter of a football match.
You want that rivalry,
Yeah.
but there's a line, and in my opinion,
It was crossed.
people might not agree. I think it was severely like jumped over and then over again a different line. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Like the likes of like chanting to Mel Lawley, to Vicky Jepsen. That's all.
See,
That's
I
all-
didn't even think that was fair. That's
not
not what you
fair.
go to a women's game
No.
to witness. I made this point. There's young girls there.
Yeah.
There's young girls that are now learning these chants that potentially in a few years' time come up with worse chants, and then that integrates into the whole system itself.
Yeah.
So it's like you're exposing these girls to chants that, fair enough, saying Mel Lawley's a City reject, okay, it's not the worst thing you could ever say, but like I've never heard of that in the women's
Just be
game before.
respectful towards the players. Like you're trying to promote a positive friendly, like family friendly environment. Like every week you're saying get the young kids to come in, experience the
target
game.
audience is young girls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, you know, half of them sitting there and are exposed to chants like that. Like, you're not gonna create a positive environment or give that off to people outside of the women's footballing world in order to entice them in. They're not gonna. They're just gonna think, oh, like there might be fans who enjoy going to a game and then think, oh, I'm a bit worried about what they're gonna say at the next one. Or if United play City or anyone else who's a rival, like Tottenham might be a rival for them because they were with them in the Championship last season. They might have a little bit of like a thing.
Really.
Yeah.
Obviously we were sat with Emma Sanders on today, and I was speaking to her about it, and we both kind of agreed that, okay, yeah, there needs to be a certain level of this rivalry, this sort of banter that's between fans and stuff. But to be honest, I could probably count on my fingers how many Liverpool fans were actually there.
Yeah.
And they weren't
that we
chanting
anyway,
anything.
Yeah.
And not that I know of, they weren't chanting anything back. So I don't think it was a case of like banter going back and forth, because I don't think that's how it panned out.
No.
It was just that those group of fans constantly chanting things. Fair enough, some of the things were fine, like they were singing their own about Millie Turner, they were singing about Ella Toone, one of their own, stuff like that. Completely fine with that. Like, all for it. We sing it when we're at Prenton Park, sort of thing. Yeah. But I just kind of felt like there's a level right now, this is like the question that I wanted to ask you that I was thinking about earlier. If the women's game is going to keep continuing to grow and bring in more people, are we going to have to kind of sit down and think to ourselves, okay, this is going to be happening more frequently now? Am I going to have to prepare myself for that? Or do you stand up and say, no, that's not right?
It's hard because obviously there's going to be, I think as new football fans, you're going to come in with just like, oh, is that normal? Is that what you sing at a game? Is that how it goes?
Or is that how it's always been?
Exactly.
Sort of,
Or you're going to go, oh, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sing about my own team, support my own team, whatever. But then there'll be like football fans, like men's football fans, who might come in and go, well, we do this every week at Anfield or at Old Trafford or at the Etihad. Anyway, so I'm going to do it here. So it's like,
see, this is the issue that like you get. It's like a crossroad, isn't it? It's like two different backgrounds coming together. Like I don't know if you've ever experienced it in a women's football game before, but I've never experienced anything like that before. Like, fair play to the United fans for creating that atmosphere, because it was so intense. Even without the chants that we're making, it was intense and it was lively, and they were all backing their team. And I think I commend them for that, because I'd love us to be a little bit more like that at Prenton Park sometimes, because they was like non-stop for like 90 odd minutes. So I like commend them for that. But then at the same time, it's difficult because you're going to get a level of it. You're going to get a level of people that sing like unnecessary chants or disrespectful chants. And I think maybe we're just going to have to like grit and bear it, to be honest, because I don't see how you stop that.
But it's like I go to every men's game and it's like I hear that every week. I want to go to the women's match and be able to sit there and just enjoy the football without someone singing at me about whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like some of the chants that were made on Saturday's game about Scousers are what you get every week, and half of them are just a load of shit, to be honest. You're singing chants that 20 years ago they were still singing. It's like, get over it. Just enjoy the match. Enjoy the fact that you can now have Liverpool women versus Man United women. You haven't had that. As a fixture.
As two teams coming together and just playing football,
Just enjoy the fact that you can experience that match, and not like those people who've sang them songs have tarnished that whole game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No one's talking about the fact that it's
you came out of that game and you felt like horrible.
Yeah.
I felt disgusted by everything that happened, and I just felt, fair enough, we'd lost at the same time, but I just felt like,
but you get over the defeat.
Yeah, what is the point in me coming to hear stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go out of my way in one of the 3 days that I actually have to go to that game and to hear absolute horrible things like that. Whether those people who sang it meant it in that way or not, I don't care, because that's how it came across to not just me and you who noticed it straight away, but to then Liverpool to put in a complaint to the FA. Like, it's obviously meant that way.
Like, look at articles that were posted, like Kieran, I'm really sorry, I don't know. Is it Taven?
I think so.
He was doing a piece for The Athletic, and he asked us to both, like, we have got a couple of comments in it, and this whole thing, but obviously before the game, like, what he mentioned to us was, like, he wanted to get a feel of how we look at it. Like, do we actually look at it as a rivalry? And before that game,
I was so nice about everything. I was like, I see it as a rivalry, but I'm not gonna sit for all the hooliganism that happens in, like, the men's fixture, because I don't think that's, like, right. There needs to be I said to him, there needs to be a level of that sense of rivalry, of that banter between the two sides, but it shouldn't be disrespectful.
No. And
then that's gone out, and then now it looks like we were being really nice, not knowing what actually
so
happened.
now I'm like, when I read our comments, I was like, oh, for God's sake, like, we just look like we don't give one about a rivalry when we do. But in the build up to that game, there's the respect for Man United's team and Casey Stoney as a manager for what they've done in such a short period of time is what we were trying to say. Like,
you have respect for their team.
Exactly.
We don't hate their team.
No.
We recognise that they are a great footballing side, and obviously, as you said, what they've achieved in the short space of time. Just, I think if it was the other way around, maybe I might be really naive here, but maybe Man United fans would think the same about us if we just started up a new team.
Yeah.
But now, after the events that have happened, I think maybe they wouldn't say that about us. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, as I can't stress enough that it wasn't every single United fan. Like, I don't want to put everyone under the same umbrella or bracket or whatever.
No. But, like, his focus of that article was taken away because it then ended up being about the chants that were made. And it's like, that had the possibility to be such a brilliant article.
A real insight.
To entice people to come to women's games, to, like, get fans' points and perspectives all throughout the article. But the title and the whole article was just based off them chants, and it's like, that's a missed opportunity right there, because a handful of people have tarnished it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the need? Why would you do that?
Well, hopefully things will all be sorted out, and the thing that I find most sad is when we spoke to Vicky Jepson, like, I don't think it was when we actually spoke to her. I think we were listening into Emma that was asking her the questions. The saddest thing is Vicky Jepson had to prepare her players for that. She said, I spoke to them and I said, you might receive some things. Like, for her to even have to do that, I think it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And, like, the stuff she was getting, she sort of was like, I just smiled it off. But I think it would have actually upset her a little bit. Like, you're a human at the end of the day, and, like, words do hurt. Yeah. So you, as much as you want to just brush them off sometimes you can't do that. No. Like, I think we'll never find out if Mel Lawley was affected by what they said or not. But as a human, I would be affected by it. I guess each person deals with it differently. Yeah. But to kind of be hurled that abuse as something that's your job, and I know that it happens week in, week out with the men's game, but it's a different type. It's a different game with the women's. It's not the same.
When we say we want the men's game and the women's game to be treated equally, we don't mean we want to receive the same amount of abuse that happens at the men's game. We just mean we want it to be portrayed as something
worth it. Like,
exactly,
worth.
Like,
it has some worth to
exactly,
it.
Like, no one just goes, I'm not watching it because it's shit. Well, anyone watch Arsenal Man United the other night? It was a boring game in my life.
The thing is, though, people always ask me, is women's football and men's football the same game?
No.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
It's the same game in terms of physical skill, the actual
rules,
art
regulations,
of playing football.
Yeah, like,
but it's different in the sense of you get a different clientele that come and watch the games, different tactics sometimes, different way of going about things, but you want the equal respect, and I don't think that some of those Man United fans respected anyone in that stadium at all. So
no, I think some of them will be regretting, regardless of what it was meant to be aimed at. People have took it a different way, and
I think it's if you sing anything about that on such a a horrific subject, a touchy subject, anything like that. If you sing anything near it, it's gonna cause some sort of stir, and rightly, and it should.
Yeah,
so
it should. We'll leave that there.
Park it.
We've said our piece.
Yeah.
News then.
News. News.
Liverpool releases it yesterday. A whole squad photo.
I will insert it here. Liverpool team photo.
Write that down, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah, so men's team and the women's team all posed for a squad photo.
Not gonna lie, not every girl was in there, and there were some faces I didn't
Who was
recognise.
missing?
Niamh Charles wasn't in it.
Wasn't she?
No.
I didn't realise.
I looked yesterday.
Did you see that? No, it makes me laugh when you look at the goalkeepers.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's literally like...
It's brilliant. You see
just
Proy's
goes-
posted on Instagram. I'll put that in here as well. And she was like feeling like Christy Murray on a good day.
You see
Because
Christy
it's
Murray's
literally like
comments.
this.
It's a good job she was sitting down, to be
Yeah.
honest, because if she was standing, then she had
Oh my
no
God,
chance.
So funny.
Oh, I didn't know Niamh Charles wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad, though.
I know. Everyone else was, but maybe, I don't know, maybe she was injured at the
Was she,
time.
was the England game, or...?
No.
No, because it was at the start of the season, so...
I don't know.
Where were you, Niamh? Comment below. Tell us where you were. Yeah, which is a nice thing to do. It's like the whole thing of like one
This
club.
is where we find out she's actually in that photo.
I know. I'm a bit surprised if she's not in it.
Tom, check it now. 100%.
Let me check. But yeah, like if she's not in it, like that's weird.
Bit sly, that, innit?
That's weird if she's not in it.
100%. Anyways, we'll carry on while Tom looks. Should I take
I'm looking
over?
as well. Yeah.
Cool. 75,000 tickets have been sold for England versus Germany in November. I really want to go. Unsure if we're actually going yet, so that's
Don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Never mind November.
honestly. There's some couple of England games before that. 75,000 tickets though. How many seats does Wembley have?
Hold
I've got
on.
no idea.
80 something. 90
It's a big
something?
stadium, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
quite
don't know.
big.
But like,
What's
it's
that
so-
game for? What's the
I think
England?
it's
It's
just
just a friendly.
Really? Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
is the one that was advertised as soon as the World Cup finished, so this is like a reflection of like the World
Ah.
Cup's program. I mean, I presume.
I'd be actually really interested to see that because England made a really good account for themselves in the World Cup. Like
They've
I
not
was
done very
watching
well
them.
since, to be
I know. I
honest.
think we've lost like most
We
games.
haven't won a game.
That's
since
why I
the
said in the
World
World Cup. But
Yeah.
no, I think it surprised me actually.
But in
And I know
bet-
that sounds like
They
I'm
just played
putting
with
it down.
confidence. I think that's what was good about
Yeah.
it.
so like
yeah.
in the two games, England Germany and then England Brazil, over 100,000 tickets have been
I think
sold
it was
like
for
all together.
three.
Why is the third one?
Oh, sorry, Portugal's away. Sorry.
Oh,
Carry
it
on.
could be that one as well.
I
Then
think
maybe.
Portugal's away though, so they probably wouldn't count
Maybe not
it.
then. So, but yeah, if Germany and like for those two games, over 100,000 tickets has been sold.
Mad
so
that.
like, who's that? Like I've got the picture.
No, I know.
Who's
There's
that?
people that I don't know in it. I don't know. Also, one of the goalkeepers as well. Have a look.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know her name.
Maybe it's from the under 20s.
Honestly, like who's
maybe
who's
it's
that?
from the academy. I don't know.
I'm really sorry if like might be Niamh and she just looks a bit different.
I don't think it is, but she's definitely not in it.
No, she's not in it. No. Where were you, Niamh?
Where
Let,
were
let
you?
us
Maybe
know.
you should do a Photoshop and put her in it.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
Oh, why have I got
we'll
to
just
make
put her
myself
like
look?
lying down on the front there.
Oh my god, just with one of the footballs.
I feel like you need a picture of her doing that to start with to put in.
you never
Just give her a message.
just
do us a
send her one
favour.
over.
Niamh. Ask her in uni tomorrow, maybe.
Oh my god, imagine. Something I don't follow American women's football. You do. But I did see this and I was like, I need to speak about this because it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Because I feel like not a lot of people, like a lot of the yous that will be watching this here, majority of you are women. If you're men, hello.
To be fair, most of the comments are made by men though.
Hello, males.
Hello, males.
Yeah. But I just wanted
That's
to
what
be
she
like,
says in town. Hello, males.
I wish. Yes, I
Sorry.
found this, and I was just like, that's just adorable, isn't it?
What do you mean, bro?
So,
Why are you looking at me like that?
how do you pronounce that?
Sydney LaRue,
Okay. So she plays for.
Orlando Pride.
Okay. So I believe now, those of you will probably have seen this photo of a lady.
They probably don't. They don't know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about Sydney LaRue.
I've just said her name.
What did you say?
LaRue.
LaRue, sorry. You'll have seen a photo ages, must have been like, I don't know, 9 months ago, of a woman in a purple shirt, Orlando Pride, obviously.
We spoke about it on a podcast.
Which training, 15 weeks pregnant?
Yeah, she was
15 weeks pregnant she was training at, and the internet,
no, she was longer than 15 weeks. She was pure when I was here.
I don't know.
She was definitely about 5 months pregnant.
Oh, I don't know. But it caused a bit of a hoo-ha, because people were like, is that like right, or should she really be doing that? I think at that point it was probably non-contact.
She was like she definitely wasn't like getting involved in large
she was just running. She
had a football with her.
She was doing like some shooting drills and that as well. She
Yeah.
definitely wasn't like in like five-a-side matches.
Yeah.
But she posted a tweet, I'll read it in a second, talking about her like struggles. So she's previously had a son before, come back from pregnancy to play again. I think that's how it goes. And then she's just had a little baby girl. Oh, she's so cute. Have you seen a photo of her? 3 months ago, and is already back playing.
Like, that's quick.
Mad. So she tweeted, I'll insert the picture, "I love this game. Last year was filled with so many ups and downs, but I made a promise to myself that I will come back, no matter how hard it would be. It's been a long road, but I did it 3 months and 1 day after I gave birth to my baby girl."
And then there's a picture of her crying.
Absolutely adorable.
See, this is the big thing for me actually, because as a woman, you're putting that kind of side of your life on hold, but she's showing everyone that you don't need to.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that was like a big contentious thing for me.
I think it.
Well, Bradley Auckland for us has done it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think she did that while she had her knee injury.
Yeah, I think probably different women in the game probably have different perspectives on it. Like some might want to do the whole footballing career, and then when they retire at like whatever age, think
for example, like
right now I can start having kids and like doing all that stuff.
Like Jessica Ennis stopped and had her child. I feel like she might have come back.
She
as
did
well,
come
actually,
back,
But a lot of people who sort of finish their career, they go into more like the punditry role or whatever, and then they have a kid while they're doing that.
Laura Bassett, that's what she did, didn't she?
Exactly. But I just wanted to like highlight the fact that like women are like incredible.
Boss.
To be able to like do things like that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The headspace you've got to come out of and then get back into professional football headspace, to leave, to then have a kid and then get back into it and do that twice.
Even your body's changed so much by having a child.
Yeah.
You've got to come back, get in like the fitness level you were, get your body back in shape. It must be so hard. Like I have 3 weeks off from the gym and I'm like, I can't do it. My legs hurt for about 3 days. So
also,
imagine how
like,
she thinks.
Like fair play to like Orlando Pride as like a club as well for like supporting her the whole way. Because if she could have come in and said, "Oh, I'm pregnant, like I'm not gonna play for the next like year," they could have gone, "Well, we're not keeping you on contract then." But they have, and they've paid her. What they've paid her, we don't know. Whether she went on half pay at a certain point, you're not sure.
You never know, do you?
But like to still like let her do training up until a certain extent and like supporting her through it, and then 3 months later, put her straight back on like in the squad of 18. Like it shows just how much like they value her as a person and as a player as well, which is nice.
On the theme of like incredible women like us, even like Jordan Nobbs coming back.
Yeah, what a gal.
Absolutely.
What a girl. She's back in the England
squad, back scoring worldies.
She scored a worldie for
in training.
In training, and then she scored a decent goal for Arsenal at the weekend.
She
as
set
well.
up the medium of goal.
Did you see that stat?
No.
Of
oh yeah.
So like Arsenal had gone 15 goals or 14 goals, where each player who scored with like the opposite foot. So like Miedemar scored one with a right, and then the next game someone scored with the left, and then it was chopping and changing like that for ages. And then Jordan Nobbs scores her first goal back, and she just ruins the whole streak.
She's like, no one told me.
Yeah, no one told her. But I thought that was like a mad start. Like when are you gonna see that again?
Probably.
But
never.
It'd be interesting. I don't think she'll start for England,
no.
but she'll definitely come off the bench on Saturday, probably.
100%.
Yeah. There was also the athletics gal as well.
Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price.
Yeah, what a name. Imagine
her hair colour as well. Mad. Imagine if I went like that.
What's her first name?
Shelley-Ann.
Oh, so Shelley and then Anne
Fraser.
It's Shelley like hyphenated Anne. Fraser-Price hyphenated, I think.
Is that like her husband's name, one of them, or is that her name?
But like Jamaicans always have like double barrel names, don't they?
Do they? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't know if that's fully true.
Bob Marley wasn't
a
it?
fact.
Did you say him bald?
Anyway, but yeah, like she's another example. Like she went and had the baby, and she's come back and she won, and she did the interview with the baby, didn't she? It was like cute.
Well, I mean, men can have kids and just carry on playing.
Men can't birth a baby.
No, they just go to the
like
hospital.
For example, one of that Joe Denley.
Shut up! You don't.
Cricket.
No uterus, no opinion.
Honestly, nice. Joe Denley, the cricketer, he was playing the Ashes, and his wife was having a baby. He seen him one night and then went back to play the Ashes the next night, so he didn't have to do anything.
I was playing in Nine-a-side. There was a lad. His wife was in labour. She rang him, and he carried on playing for another 5 minutes, and then ran away to go and witness the birth of his kid.
Honestly,
He got there.
The title of this video: Men are trash.
My fella's not coming in the room. I'd be like, "Do you fucking fault with here?" So.
Would I let him in the room?
I feel like I just want my mum, and then
I think I'd when it came to it, I'd probably be like, yeah, he needs to be in the room.
It depends where you're at. Do you know what I mean? But, you know.
What level are your relationships at?
But we're not talking about our birth and
procedure.
Don't know why it went there. News. Young Lionesses beat Cyprus 8-0 this morning.
Fab.
Yeah, Missy Bocane's featured. There was arguments whether she scored a goal, but no, it's not giving us her goals. So,
fuming.
Unlucky, but yeah, she played.
Let's skip that part.
Okay.
Cool.
Because we all know where we are, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need that. NWSL.
Okay, this is where I tune out.
Woo! She's literally wrote, Lauren, you can do this. I don't know. So last Wednesday, Houston Dash played Washington Spirit. Game finished 0-0. Was quite boring. Wouldn't recommend going to watch the highlights.
Yeah, I probably won't anyways.
Seattle then played Utah. Seattle won 2-1. It was quite a big game between them two because it was them two teams and Washington who was going to get like the remaining playoff spot.
Position.
Yeah, Seattle obviously won there, so they went a little bit ahead. Then Saturday, Washington beat North Carolina Courage 2-1. Oh, hey, that was good, that. Which was like massive for them because obviously they could still get a playoff spot. Chicago then played Utah and beat them 2-1. Which meant Utah was like, no, don't think you're getting playoff place, hon. Doesn't look good.
Who did I choose?
Utah.
Then? Or was I I think I chose Washington.
You said Utah because you like Kelly O'Hara, and then you said Washington because you had like.
Well, neither of them were in the playoffs. So.
No. Then Sunday, Sky Blue drew 1-1 with Orlando.
Oh, I was a bit slower on that one.
Carly Lloyd scored in the 88th minute to make it 1-1.
Legend.
And then there was a whole like penalty controversy, but don't think it was a pen. Yeah.
What's Seattle's real name like?
Seattle Rain. Yeah, this is cold there.
Yeah. Isn't it spelled
REIGN?
Yeah.
And then Seattle played Portland and won 2-0. Oh, it wasn't 2-2. I wish it was 2-2.
It was 2-1 for a long time.
So Seattle won, which confirmed their place in the playoffs.
Can we just appreciate this mic balancing that's going on?
No.
I mean, it looks weird from
You've
the
probably
wide,
messed the frame up as well.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Oh, it's alright. I'm only chilling.
I just won't cut to A1, it's fine.
Chilling and killing. So that means the final playoff places are North Carolina Courage, Chicago Red Stars, Portland Thorns, and Seattle Rain. Unconfirmed as to who plays who yet, because they're
when
still
will you find out?
After the next set of fixtures.
Look forward to that, Lauren. It's like we're on like a news panel. And now today with the weather.
Oh, we should just do that. I'll be in the green screen. It's like me. God, yeah. It's like me in like Portland Thorns Stadium. Like, so here's the scores.
It's currently raining.
Yeah. Orlando play Washington this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, which means it's 10 p.m. UK time.
I will be asleep.
So if you want to watch that, you need ESPN Player, so you can start.
Can't you watch it on the app?
Not anymore, because all the remaining games are on ESPN. which didn't help me. I've had to pay a tenner to sign up to ESPN. I'm not happy about it, but you know.
Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do.
And to Tom.
What?
That's fine.
That's fine. What's your opinion? Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win the playoff?
Who are you calling now to win the champion?
What? Out of all the teams that are left,
who's got the nicest name? Just pick them.
I really want Portland because there's loads of what are they called? Where they have mustaches and long hair. There's a name for them. Not the women. They actually.
I was gonna say.
I want to say something. I'm not gonna say because it could offend some people.
What?
No.
The hipsters. That's it. Portland have loads of hipsters.
Okay. I wasn't thinking.
Do you mean the place?
Portland, yeah.
As in Portland, the city, not.
Not
I'm
the
talking
team.
about the. We're not bothered about the city.
Well, I don't know about the team.
Pick a team out of them four. Pick one.
You just picked one.
Chicago.
Sounds that'll
Just-
do. Sam
no, it
Kerr
doesn't
plays
matter
for
what.
them. Anyone want to buy me a Sam Kerr shirt?
I was about to reply to your tweet, and I'll speak to you off air about it.
Why have you got one?
Well, possibly.
Well, that's the end of the podcast then, guys.
Now to Dave with the weather.
We've got, like we said, it's international break this weekend, so no build-up show will be going out for any Liverpool games, and no post-match content. What are you going to do with your weekends?
We're not going to be filled on your weekends anymore.
No, we're not going to be.
Just roll with it.
We're not going to be filling up your weekends. Oh, yeah, you know what we mean.
Yeah.
You'll miss us.
Probably
No
not.
one will miss us. But yeah, that's it.
Fantabulous.
All done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on the podcast app, we always forget people listen, and we always make like.
Yeah, but content's better when you see us.
I always make like a face towards one of the cameras, like I'm in the office, and it's just like, and people aren't gonna see that.
Oh, I'd love my own TV show in terms of like Miranda, and you know when like she goes, so she's in conversation, then you like freeze, and she goes, and then she goes back.
That's Amy's comedy, by the way, Miranda. Just the worst.
I love it.
Oh, that was mean.
No, Amy's funny, Miranda's not.
Okay.
Imagine like Amy's show. What would my show be called?
The Amy Show. Do you remember the Amanda Show?
Dumb and Dumber.
I
think.
hated it, but I used to watch it all the
It's so
time.
funny though, isn't it?
Yeah. Apparently she's gone off the rails now.
Yeah. She's big druggy.
She.
Yeah.
Don't talk about this foulness on the pod.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Remember to like the video, comment, and subscribe. I've had some new subscribers since.
So if you're new,
hi, welcome.
welcome.
Thank you for subscribing. Hope you don't unsubscribe after this.
We went down like 3 subscribers last week after we posted our pod.
We probably thought, they're doing my head in too. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you all next week with a new podcast. Ta-ra.